Are we ready to Hey Bestie? Hey Besties, I'm Lexi.
And I'm Cassie.
And this is the first video recording of Rapid.
So bear with us.
Yeah.
We're
weird. We're out there. It's the same people that did the Rabbit audio only now you can see our faces and see us struggle. We told you guys that we like to crochet while we are doing our podcast, so now you guys can watch us do it. I'm making a Brontosaurus. What are you making?
I'm making a Brontosaurus shaped chicken nugget.
I'm in love. I'm here for it. I already started a Brontosaurus. But I don't want to sew it on just yet. So here's the guy with no head. I'll sew it later. So I'm going to start a new one because I like this blue color.
That is a really pretty shade of blue.
So we're going to do that. How's life? How's things?
Pretty good.
It's been a minute. We haven't recorded since April fucking 1st.
Right? It's like April Fools. No more
podcast.
We promise it wasn't like that. We just got busy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. For me, switching shifts again, I'm back on second shift. I finally got promoted to operator, so that's exciting.
Let's go!
Yeah.
You got promoted. That's so awesome because you did your training for the promotion, went back to second shift, and stayed at the position you were at before you started training for your promotion, and now you've officially got your promotion.
Yeah.
So that's actually really fucking cool. Yeah. It sucks that you had to go back to what you were doing before, but you got there.
Yeah. And then obviously I'm still in the position that I'm in right now until I get a replacement for myself.
Oh, for the job you were doing.
Because right now I'm a press tender. I got promoted to press operator, but I can't operate until we get more tenders because they're the forklift drivers. They dump the scrap, they move the baskets, the full and empty ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that way the operator can stay running the machine and primarily focus on that so that we get more parts, basically.
Okay.
But in order for me to operate, we've got to get at least 2 more tenders because I do the job of like 3 fucking people. It's great, but we kind of broke the Danley last night. So.
Oh fuck! So that's down.
Yeah. So day shift's not gonna be too happy. I don't know how that conversation went, but it wasn't our fault. Like a bolt came falling from high up, and we're all just standing there like looking for the hole, like where it could have fallen out of, and we're like, oh shit, and so maintenance climbed up this rickety ass ladder.
Oh my god. OSHA approved.
Obviously there was a guard higher up you got, but I'm just like watching him because this man he's not a small guy, so like watching him get on this ladder, I'm like, oh, this is what you guys get paid the big money. You would not catch me up there. You would not catch me up there. But he's looking at the top because there's like this, it looks like a box, like a cover almost for like parts of the machine. So the directly underneath it is where the bolt fell. Mind you, this bolt weighs like 2 pounds, 2 or 3 pounds. It was a heavy foot. Like if it hit you in the head, concussion. That would have been an ER visit. Like it's heavy. And he's looking at the top bolts and he's like, all of these are broken. Like somebody like they broke off it like while they were screwing them in. He's like, we have to take those out and replace them because they don't have like the heads like of the bolt on them. So he's like, we're gonna have to shut this down. And I'm like, we leave in 20 minutes anyways. I don't fucking care. It's no longer my problem.
How's the kids? How's the kiddos?
My son had a meltdown this morning at drop-off because he goes to ABA therapy because he's autistic. Cute kid, learning so many fucking words.
Yeah.
He has a problem with pacifiers. He's 2.5. I know, it's a problem. He shreds them. We just buy the cheap $2 ones from Walmart. I will buy the whole thing. The whole rack. The whole rack because he shreds them. So we just run through them so quickly, but we had 2 of them in the lunchbox. So as we're getting out of the car, I took the one that he had in the car. Obviously, he did not respond very well. I had to carry him into the building, still having a meltdown, still throwing a fit, and I'm like, I looked at the people and I'm like, I took the binky away. I'm so sorry. There's an extra in the lunchbox. If you can't calm him down, give it to him.
Right.
That's what he's looking for. And they're like, oh, okay. It took 2 people to bring him into to take him into the back. Like,
Oh, poor baby.
the girl had to like pick him up and like carry him because I'm like, I don't want to just leave while he's having a meltdown. I feel really bad because it's my fault. But I didn't have the binky because the gentleman, his teacher for the day, took the lunchbox, and I'm like, there's 2 of them in there. Just give him one.
Right.
But and I had to warn them. I'm like, he's a stasher. He will hide that shit. You will never find it. Never. You could flip the house brick by brick. You will not find that binky. You put him in that room, 2 seconds.
He's found 6 of them.
Yeah, essentially. I've moved the couch one day to clean, and I'm like, where the fuck did all of these binkies come from? There was like 9 of them. All in good condition because I don't hunt for them anymore. I just give him a new one. So it's my fault, obviously, but
he's hoarding them. I have something in my eye.
Probably an eyelash.
I don't know.
Or some powder from the donuts.
How's V? My baby girl.
She's
my favorite.
She'll
Don't tell my kids.
Glad she's somebody's favorite because she, love her, started therapy for her because she has ADHD. She's the non-stop sensory seeking type, just
okay.
As soon as them eyeballs open,
she's got to be doing something.
100 miles an hour. She's just going.
Okay.
And I look at people sometimes and I'm like, it's hard to believe she had open heart surgery in September.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not even been a freaking year, and she's just like,
rah!
Like
we had Gracie's 3rd birthday party the day you guys were coming home from Omaha after the surgery, and yeah, no, she's running around with all these kids, wanting cake, wanting treats, wanting candy, and I'm like, baby girl, slow down. Like, I don't want to hug you because you just
all
had
of the adults were scared to touch her, but all the kids were like, oh hey, hi, I missed you. Like, how's it going?
Oh, I got Briley's birthday coming up. She's hitting 10. My little baby girl.
Your kid's a fucking sad. Well, Olivia's birthday, I think, is next weekend. But we're going to the Omaha Zoo.
Okay, instead of doing a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have enough friends to have a party.
I wish I could go.
What, to Omaha?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me see if I can pay for my own ticket.
And just drive down there for the day.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna make it a weekend.
Oh, I work Saturday. Speaking of work, I quit Casey's.
Yeah.
I did it.
How did you do it, I guess?
So I got the job at the pharmacy on April 1st, started working there. I fucking love it there. They're like close-knit, no drama. Like, it was so refreshing going in there. If you have a problem with somebody, you say it to their face, you squash it, you're friends again. Like, there's no animosity. Yeah, we're adults, no children. But I was doing both of them for a while. That's kind of why we stopped doing the podcast. I was working 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Casey's, and then I'd go home and work noon to 8 or 2 to 8 at the pharmacy. Like, I did not have time off.
Yeah.
And
I've had that schedule before. It's not
it
fun.
It was draining. I loved the money. I didn't want to leave Casey's, but now that it's all out in the open, my manager was a pig ass. And I texted him one day. I was like, you know what? It was great working with you. I'll give my mother-in-law my key and you can go fuck yourself. And no 2 weeks notice. No, hey, we can find a replacement. Just bye. Goodbye. And I've never been happier.
Yeah.
I love it. It sucks because I worked early morning shifts and would have my entire day after that to myself and could do whatever I wanted, do doctor's appointments and have my children and this, that, and the other. So now working night shift is kind of rough, but I've gotten used to it. I'll come home, around the time the girls are getting ready for bed or winding down for the night. So like I'm not like, yeah, let's go party, you know. So it's like, okay, bedtime. Everybody goes to bed, and I'm up by myself for a little bit, but it's kind of peaceful because then I have the whole morning with the girls for now because like it's summer vacation, so they don't have school, so I'm up with them anyway. So we take like a little morning trip to Quick Star every day and get donuts, and I get my Red Bull, and Riley's got this thing right now with Dr. Pepper. So on the weekends, she's allowed to have Dr. Pepper. During the week, Sprite and lemonade.
Yeah.
That's it. But you know what? You want caffeine on the weekend? Have at it, homie.
Right.
I don't care. She's not downing a bang. She's drinking Dr. Pepper.
She's 9. I would hope we don't distress her enough to want fucking caffeine.
Oh my god.
It's bad. See, that's where we're different because, like, I work second shift, so I work 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. I know, it's rough, but I'm a night owl, so I don't care. I get Fridays off.
Oof.
But then, like, I come home and I'll try to get on my game, but if there's just no, like, adults playing, usually it's summer vacation, so there's a lot of, like, 9 to 14-year-olds playing, and don't get me wrong, I've met some cool kids that could play the game, but then there's others that, you know, they're, like, hackers, or they use an excessive amount of mods to the point where it crashes the server. Or they're just children. They're children, you know. I'm like, I can't play with you if I'm 20 years older than you. It's fucking weird.
Right.
You know? And so I try not to get into those games. So I'll try to play by myself, and then I'm like, okay, I'm fucking bored, you know, and then I just sit there and stare off into space until I fall asleep at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm up at 7:30 to take my kids to school.
Please tell me.
And then because I'm awake, I'm up.
Please tell me you took my advice and got some sleep last night instead of you didn't. You didn't get any sleep, did you?
I mean, I slept. Don't ask me what time I went to bed, but I slept. Unfortunately, that was part of the military training that stuck, and now I have insomnia.
Now I have insomnia.
But it's also because, so, like, I had my C4 when I came and saw you yesterday morning, so I try to limit to just one caffeine beverage.
One caffeine. I get one caffeine.
I get one caffeine, yes. One caffeinated beverage. Because I want to be responsible, obviously. But, like, by, like, 7, 8 o'clock, I'm, like, literally passing out. It was so hot because I work in production. There's no air conditioning, right? I'd have to go into the office to bother my manager to get a few minutes of cold air, you know? So I'm, like, passing out sitting on this forklift. So I'm like, I'm going to crack open this other Red Bull that I have.
Oofda.
I had a headache, so I had to take Excedrin on top of the Red Bull.
You know, Excedrin has caffeine in it, right?
I'm aware. So I had 3 times the recommended daily dosage of caffeine yesterday. My headache was gone, and the extreme sinus pressure in my face was gone. So I didn't fucking care. But I'm up at 4 a.m. going, yeah. Fucking hate my life. But
oh my god.
Yeah, and that's why I can't have sleepovers.
My heart.
Yeah, but that's why I can't have sleepovers at my man's house, because I'm just awake at that hour. And he's supposed to be sleeping because he goes to work at 5 a.m.
I'm not gonna.
So
nope, we're gonna knock on this fake ass wood.
Yeah, it's okay. We hang out on Fridays and attempt to nap. And by we, I mean he. I'm such a fucking squirrel. I don't cuddle for very long. I'm just gonna be honest. Pants will be coming off.
I love you for that. Oh my god.
But anyways,
I wasn't gonna talk to you about your love life today, but since you want to put yourself on blast,
somebody asked to.
I'm proud of you.
How was your children's?
We're gonna keep crocheting. No, I'm kidding. Gracie, you know Gracie, full of fun and life and
your second born, yeah.
My second born child is a menace to society, and
we all are. It's fine.
She, I don't know. She has this new thing where she constantly has to be up your ass, no matter what.
That is my child, yes.
But she never used to be like that. So I'm standing here like struggling, like, why? Why do you want to do this? Why are you trying to be like she just wants kisses all the time and hugs all the time? And it's like I give her the hugs and kisses and I love yous and she goes, "Are you happy?" Yes. Why are you happy? I don't because I'm not sad today. I don't know. Leave me alone. But it's like okay, we're eating dinner. She'll get down from the table, come sit where I'm at, and go, "I want a kiss." I got a mouthful of food, homie. Go eat. Like it's the I think it's the timing of it all. Like you can get all the hugs and kisses and love and like I want to smother you kind of love.
Yeah.
Whenever you want, but girly pop. Not while I'm trying to sit here and eat my Chipotle burrito. Please go sit.
that's how V is because nonstop talking, right? And we grew up sitting at the dinner table. Everybody looks at their plates and eats. We don't converse. Okay,
we
were
weren't
growing up.
talkers.
We were not talkers. We were not raised by talkers, unless there was something important going on. But then you have my daughter, who's like mouthful of food, still talking. Like just there's no off switch. Like we have to continuously remind her, hey, it's been 30 minutes. You didn't have that much fucking food. You should be done by now.
You guys are still having that problem with her.
Yeah,
not wanting to.
It just takes forever, and then every 5 minutes is I gotta go potty. I gotta do this. I gotta do that, and I'm like, oh my god, just sit down.
Yeah.
Or during the day when I'm like up and doing stuff, she started the why phase. Well, why are you doing this? I can give her a full explanation, and she's like, but why? And I'm like, I just fucking told you. Stop it.
Yep.
But she's also the like, Mom, can I have a hug? But she'll ask because she knows that like I'm a hugger, but I'm not a hugger. Like you can't just walk up on me and start fucking touching me.
Yeah.
So she'll ask and be like, yeah, that's fine, and I'll give her a hug and then she'll walk away. But it's all the time. Or if she could be in my skin, she would be. Like she is my Velcro child. And then I have my son who's like, oh hey, you're here. Okay, bye. And like that's his attitude. And the way I explain them to people is that like she's my Bluey, he's my Bingo. Even though she's more like Muffin,
Oh my god, that was funny. You're here. Okay, bye.
Yeah, you don't have food? Oh, okay. Fuck you. That's literally him.
And then you got Briley. I love her. She's definitely growing into herself as a human.
I love her.
She
has like a smaller me. Like
I
talk to her more, I'm like, damn.
For her 9th birthday, we gave her a cell phone. Okay, I got that shit on like Google lockdown. There's this thing called Family Link. She has to ask for like any apps that she wants to download.
We have that on the tablet.
You have to ask permission. I can monitor like, oh, you're spending way too much time on like Google because she plays these games that you can play at school, like Pokey or like Cool Math or something like that.
Games are pretty fun.
Okay, you spent 6 hours on that today. So I block it, and then she can't touch it for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Go read a book. Go
outside and touch
grass. Oh, I love my child to absolute no end. I go through her phone. Okay, her little friends in school have cell phones. You can text whoever you want within a certain time frame. I got her phone locked from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. so she can't be on her phone at all. Like it just does. You try to unlock it. You try to unlock it, and it's like your phone is locked. Come back later, kind of thing. And so I snoop through her phone. I want to see the conversations these 10-year-olds are having with each other to see what they're like. Apparently, she had a boyfriend who lived in the neighborhood. Okay, he moved away. He texted her a couple weeks later and goes, what did he say? Something about, I think we should break up because we don't live next to each other anymore. And she went, okay. All right, I'm out. Bet. And then the last time I checked her phone, just recently, you were here, it was yesterday.
I was pissing myself. Oh
okay, so this other little boy is texting from her now ex-boyfriend's phone saying, hey, my name is Austin. I think you're cute, and you're not dating Callan anymore. So can we be boyfriend or girlfriend? They don't understand the concept of boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
Yeah.
Apparently, if he's texting you from Callan's phone, he also lives that far away, right? She replies with, all right, cool. If you want, I can give you my number. From the ex-boyfriend's cell phone.
I aspire to be that level of petty when I grow up. Like, I could never. My feelings would be hurt. I'd be so full of anxiety. Because, like, why are you texting from my ex's phone? Is this a prank? Like, just too many questions. And then I have my 9-year-old niece who's like, all right, bet, let's go. Just not a single fuck given.
And don't get me wrong, this little boy was the sweetest.
He
like when they
was.
lived here, and he'd come knock on the door and be like, can Bradley come on a walk with me and my dog? And I'm like, absolutely, Bradley, get out.
Right.
Go touch grass. Go have fun with your friends. Go, I don't know, go do something other than sit. Because we got her, like, okay, she has her own laptop. She has her own Nintendo Switch. We had got her a PlayStation. I regret all of it.
Yeah, because she doesn't leave the house now.
She doesn't do anything anymore, and I get it.
You couldn't bring us back in the house when we were that age.
Okay.
We were outside.
When we were kids, though, we also didn't have we had PS2s.
That we weren't allowed to play. It was for show.
That we weren't allowed to play.
Well, yeah, you remember that. Because, like, we were only given, like, what, an hour? You can't play The Sims.
And you had
for
to
an
split
hour.
that hour between your other two siblings.
Yeah. We weren't allowed to play the Call of Duties or Gears of War, Halo, or none of that. Like, it was, like, American Idol and all of those goofy singing games. And
Alicia, if you see this, that was for you.
Minecraft, all of the weird non-violent games, because my mom was like no violent games, that's weird, like, kind of a mom, right?
Mm-hmm. But yet, let us play Simpsons Road Rage.
Didn't monitor what we were watching on the TV, like.
But that's why
couldn't play the violent games.
But we were also bedroom kids. If we weren't outside, we were in our bedroom.
Yeah,
and that's why, like.
And then, heaven forbid, we left our bedroom at 9:30, 10 a.m. on a Saturday. We weren't allowed to leave the house.
No, and if we did, we weren't allowed to cross the street,
and we had to be home by 5 p.m. Who the fuck gets home at 5 p.m.? That's when my friends are allowed to go out, because that's when their parents get home from work.
You're 16 years old and your best friend has a car. Don't even think about trying to get in that car with that 16-year-old.
Right? Which is valid, because 16-year-olds can't drive for shit. But, like,
that's not the point.
Either way,
you look dumb if you're not allowed to go out just because you can't ride with a 16-year-old. Let me ride my bike.
Right?
I'll meet you there.
Or we'd have to have our friends call to ask if we could stay out longer, and then we'd get our ass whooped when we got home because...
Why did you do that knowing them well that I'm not going to tell them no? My bad.
You still told them no, though.
Thanks, Mom.
Still told them no, though.
You know better. No, apparently I didn't, because I did it anyway.
Deadass.
Oh, man. It got to the point, because, like, I left a week before my 18th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Best and worst decision of my life, because, like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I wanted to be an adult so bad. I get out in the adult world, and I'm like, can I go home? Nope.
Deadass.
Sorry, I can't fucking count and crochet at the same time. Count and crochet. No, count and talk. Stupid. But anyway, yeah. I like how, like, every episode are traumatic-ish.
Hey, man, gotta trauma dump. That's how you make friends these days.
Trauma bonding over here. Be my friend.
Who knows? Somebody probably had the same life, or if not, obviously, they probably had it worse.
Yeah, I mean, compared to some people we live
luxury.
Mm-hmm. But, like,
it's just...
Ew.
We were sheltered in a way because, like, we weren't allowed to go out and make friends, and now our parents wonder why we never leave our fucking house.
Yep.
We go to work, we come home,
But that's like my kids, they have free range to my house. Keep my living room tidy, because that's where people come in
and sit
and do things. But, like, you don't have to be locked in your room and that's the only place you have things is your bedroom.
Our main
you know?
floor is specifically for the kids. You know, like our we have an all seasons front porch. That's all of the bigger toys, and then the living room's got all the smaller toys. Our dining room's got like our fake kitchen and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no toys in their bedroom. Like they've got a basket of Magna-Tiles and a basket of blocks for the weekends because I sometimes sleep through my alarm. So 8:30, 9 o'clock is usually when I wake up, unless my child is like screaming because they are early birds. 6:30. As soon as that sun peeks through the window a little bit, my daughter's awake. But yeah, I can't have toys in their room because my daughter gets violently fucking angry and
We'll throw them around.
is destructive and will try to kill herself if she's angry enough. And the room is the safest place for her. So we have to put her in her room. So there's
Is that part of her issues with her like sensory overload?
And sometimes it's just a matter of making her make a decision.
Okay.
Sometimes the smallest thing is like, where do you want to sit and eat your food? Because your brother's irritating the hell out of you because he wants some of it. You're sitting in the living room. Why don't you come sit at the table? And she will just shut down.
Yeah. I made successful puff stitches.
Proud of you.
Without fucking up. Usually when I do this round, when I'm doing the feet, like my headless wonder over here, how he's got the white paws and toes and stuff, I had to like restart these. I didn't have to restart this one at all.
Puff stitches are a bitch though. It's hard to master because if you mess up even just the slightest, like you notice.
If anybody wants to learn how to crochet and make cool, fun things, like I've got a whole shelf of crap over there that we made.
Like I don't know what happened here. Like why is this so much longer? It's just like a little.
Did you increase on accident?
Well, that was supposed to. That's what the pattern says.
So it's not going to be flat? Are you making two and then like sewing them together?
Yeah.
You need to find yourself a new Dino Dundee pattern.
Why?
Because that's dumb. You're going to panel crochet? Instead of working it around somewhere?
I couldn't find a pattern where I was working it around.
Keep going. Anyway, this is our fight. I love you.
Why are you hating?
I can't panel crochet.
I've never panel crocheted before.
Have at it, homie. I have an obsession right now with this crochet artist. Her name is Crochet Grove.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her patterns so much. I do a lot of her patterns. A lot of her patterns are like straightforward. You know that this is made by one single crocheter.
I really want to try this though, like
because all of her patterns are like they're similar enough. Like this is her vibe. She gets it. She knows how she wants to make things and she does it. And she's got so many great patterns on Etsy. I found her on Facebook and I've just been flourishing with her patterns ever since. You might be doing it right. How many stitches do you have at the end of your row?
This one I should have 13.
Do you have 13? Hold on, she's counting.
Yes.
Okay, then keep going. You're doing great. You just got to remember you got to make two of them and then sew them together at the end.
Yeah, I know that sounds annoying. That's why I'm like, just find something else. I really want to do this freaking flower granny square, but I'm like, this person uses lingo that's just not
English.
Not what I'm used to. Because I'm like,
is it like U.S. terms or no?
Yeah. But like, there's like,
oh, you got front post single crochet, back post single crochet. Ew. Well, once you know like where the posts are, like what the posts are supposed to be, like look up that specific stitch, and you'll see like what they mean by post.
Okay.
But because I did one that was like back post or front post crochet, and it's not the stitch, it's the part that stitches into the last stitch. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm fucking dumb. But
this person uses different colored yarn. I would just use that same color all the way around.
Yeah. So this is a daily occurrence. The coffee table's new. You can't see, but it's helped a lot because otherwise we'd have everything piled with our munchkins over here. But
I guess there's pictures. Let me look at this. Hold on.
Hold on, she's thinking. I'm gonna play Jeopardy music. I don't know what's the or elevator hold music.
Yeah,
during.
I don't read that slow.
Did you know that our very first YouTube subscriber was my boss at the pharmacy?
That's
I
hilarious.
was so stoked. And we were talking about video games. Played a lot of dudes. Okay, they're always talking about basketball. And I was like, I don't know shit about basketball. I play video games. And everybody's like, what do you play? I said, I play Call of Duty. You know, that's the basic one that you would tell people. Like, you're not going to just tell people right out the gate, like, I play Disney, Dreamlight Valley. Like,
right, yeah. I play The Sims.
So it's like, I was like, I play Call of Duty, but I'm really also into this game called Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people, like, the community for Destiny 2 is big, but it's not like Call of Duty, you know? And he just kind of looked at me and goes, me too. And I went, what do you mean? What I said, what do you mean? And he goes, Titan. I said, ew, and walked away.
That's funny.
I'm not hating on the Titan community, okay? Hunters are just better, okay? There's Titans, Hunters, and Warlocks. I used to main Warlock. Now I main Hunter. If you don't play Destiny 2, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about because she's looking at me like a dodo bird. So,
I mean, I played World of Warcraft. I was an orc. I'm like,
I never got into WoW.
And my orc's got massive titties. Like, my tag name is Lilac Orc because she's like, her hair is purple and shit. And she looks hot. And then I started playing League of Legends. It's not bad.
I can't get the hang of it.
My roommates play it a lot, and they want me to be like a support and like a smaller character that follows them around and helps them. And I'm like, no, I like the big beefy fucking characters. I want to be in the front lines fucking fighting the monsters.
Yep.
Let me get one of them characters. But I gotta get back into it and like get this.
I have the game on my PC, but
painfully fucking slow. Like, cause my brain is like, yeah, game, like over, win, you know. And this is like, all right, I gotta move the mouse over here. All right, I gotta wait for them to truck over here. Fight. All right, I gotta wait for them to truck over here, and I'm like, That's why I like my. There's a game. It's under development right now. Still, it's in the beta, but it's called Repo.
Okay.
It is so fucking funny. Like, at first when I started playing it, I'm not a horror monster.
I'm not a horror.
Killing horror. 2 R's. 2 R's.
There's 3, but keep going.
Well, I mean, 2 R sounds, you know, syllables, but I was scared of the game, and then I played it more, and I'm like, this is hilarious. But I learned that there was some mods, and I was playing with my roommate, and we were cackling. We got to level 7, and we don't know if it's because we both had our mods turned on, or if there was just a glitch, but every cabinet, every drawer, whatever that we opened was just nothing but fucking upgrades. We did not find a single item for like the first like several rooms because it was just like we had so much freaking health and stamina, and then sprint speed. We learned the hard way. 7 is too much, way too much, because like I'd be looking at her and then she's like, all right, I gotta go, and like she'd sprint and just gone. We were running so fast, we were pitting ourselves. It was so fucking funny because at level 7 there's so many drop pits. Like, you turn wrong, you're gone. Like, it was bad.
I got through the tutorial of that game because you told me to
play it.
We gotta play it. Spend the $10, get this game, it's really cool. I did the tutorial and I'm like, okay, I'm done. What do I do now?
We just don't have the same schedule, unfortunately, really.
I mean, we do, but then we do to a point where it's like our free time now is like we're cramming episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like we're gonna, like, my goal board up there. What does that say?
Bring back Rabid.
Yeah, so we're bringing back fucking Rabid. I'm wearing my jammies. Okay, I'm wearing my pajamas.
But low key, I'm also in my jammies.
You can tell we are not the
So-
girlies that are gonna dress up
No.
to impress people
I
on
don't
the
even know how to
fucking
apply
YouTube.
makeup. So this is my natural look. Take it or leave it.
And I mean, yeah. I said, if you don't like the way I look, go fucking listen to episode 2.
Deadass.
So, I just, the fuck you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, what else is? Wow, what did I sound like that pig from like Looney Tunes?
I don't know. I mean, my son's learning so many new words.
He told me bye.
He does say bye bye. That's his favorite thing because we tell him every day.
I said bye.
He did
And
a
he goes,
he,
bye.
he,
and I
he
went,
does
ah.
he does a high five now.
Does he really?
Yeah. Or Oscar, Zoe's boyfriend, my roommates. They he taught him, so now every time he's eating spaghetti, he'll pick up a noodle and he'll be like, "Sketty!" And then he'll take a bite, and it's so fucking funny. And he does it with like all foods now. It's not just spaghetti, but he still
Really?
hates every meat besides hot dogs and hamburger. He won't.
Oh, really?
He'll eat chicken nuggets, but you give that boy a chicken breast, it does not exist.
Nope. He don't want it.
It does
I
not
don't
exist.
want it. But oh my god, I love your children. I love my children. Don't get me wrong. I
My children
love
are
my
fucking
kids.
feral.
And there's things that I
I don't
am
understand.
I'm not allowed to talk about. I really want to talk about on the podcast, but it has to wait until after the July 8th. It
Yeah.
has to wait.
It has to wait, yes.
Ugh, I can't talk about it. I want to talk about it. You know what? Should I talk about it? Nope. Nope, we're not going to talk about it. I want to talk about it so bad. But people be lurking.
People do be lurking. I think I'm
And you know
gonna
what?
finish this later because it's pissing me off.
This is pissing you off.
It's too fuzzy.
Well, use my chicken nugget yarn.
No, it's okay. I found a new thingy.
You frogged it. Why'd you frog? You said I will work on this later, and then you frogged the whole
Because
thing.
if I leave it as a whip, it'll never get done. And I only got
Facts.
3 rows in, so my feelings are not hurt.
Mm-mm. That's funny because I'm also 3 rows in. But I don't know. I think this is a good plan. I like that we're adding video. If people can actually see our facial expressions.
It's
Trying to
true.
explain them when we were just on like our regular
We were
audio.
like FaceTiming each other from home and like trying to record. So it was
FaceTiming each other in our own homes, recording on Adobe Podcast, which love them. They just suck. So I'm gonna do all my own editing from now on. Unless you know an editor that like is aspiring to be an editor and wants to help us edit our shit. I can't pay you.
Yeah, we're not big enough. We're doing this at home.
Yeah, until we get big enough and we can have, we got goals. We want a studio. We're putting merch together
Yeah.
because I've got some stickers that I want to start
You
doing.
do make some bomb ass stickers.
and then we are marketing. We're in the works of marketing our knock on wood. The wood. No,
Oh, yeah.
knock on wood.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god. And then actually the wood for it's over there. But
You're hilarious.
I'm so excited. And I think we're gonna start doing like drops of our crochet stuff.
Yeah, while we make them.
Random drops. So you're gonna see us make stuff on the podcast that's eventually going to be for sale on our up and coming drop.
Yeah.
Eventually. Because I own my own crochet business, which I think I'm going to end up merging with Rabbit.
Yeah.
Because I got Bumblebug,
Mm-hmm.
and if we stick with just doing Rabbit, we can just market it all with Rabbit instead. And I'll just merge my EINs and stuff like that from Bumblebug that
Yeah.
I still have, my tax IDs and stuff. We can just merge all that together. She has to pee, folks.
Oh, I was trying to be discreet, but you know.
Intermission. Just don't forget you're wearing your
So I was thinking about it when I was in the bathroom. Funny memory, right? I think it was Sunday when I FaceTimed you, and we're standing in the kitchen, we're talking, and my daughter, she's like, we've got a little snack hoard. So when I take my son to therapy, he needs lunches, so we got snacks. My daughter, mini snack demon over here, she's like, Mommy, can I have this? Mommy, can I have that? Like, and just grabbing different snacks. I'm like, no, you just ate breakfast. You've had a snack. You don't need a third fucking snack. Like, leave it alone. And I think I was talking to you too, but my daughter, she just looks at me, does one of these, and just aggressively like chest bumped me and just fucking walked away. And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? You know? Like, I don't remember teaching you this. That was kind of fucking funny.
You looked at me on the camera and was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. I'm like, like, and she didn't break eye contact with me either. It was one of those just like, ugh, and like just walked off. And I'm like, all right, bet. I guess she's gonna be my fighter, not my son. Which is so funny to me.
Oh, what are you working on now?
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
A granny square, I guess. I don't feel
You're
like...
gonna do that whack-ass mandala granny square thing that's got posts and back posts and front posts and 3 posts and
No.
87 million different things.
Oh god, I don't know where the beginning stitch is.
Also, what should we do with this wall?
We need inspo.
Because it's bare as shit. Help us build our wall. Our wall of rabid. I don't know. I was thinking about like posting pictures of our kids, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't think I want I don't think I want strangers on the internet. No offense, seeing my children.
Oh my god. The amount of yarn vomit that just exploded out of the whole middle.
I'm gonna have to cake this because this is...
I have a caker thing behind you that is so fucking funny. It's up. Caker? It's a yarn winder. I'm dumb.
You guys get to see firsthand how well I can wind.
How are you gonna wind that?
Very carefully.
That's gonna make such a mess. Oh, I feel so bad now.
Low key though.
Low key. We're gonna do how-tos on how to crochet, but we're both left-handed.
Yeah.
So we don't exactly know how well that one's gonna go over quite yet. Is that as low as it'll go? I think you're tightening it.
Lefty loosey, ready tighty. Don't touch me.
That is so funny. The way it just like exploded. So when you're working with your yarn, you want to center pull it so that you're not pulling from this and it doesn't bounce around when you're working.
I was trying to center pull.
She was trying to center pull. Well, when she pulled, half the cake came out. Half the roll. Half the roll just
I'm gonna turn it into a cake.
No longer a roll. So we're gonna cake it like this, and then you just center pull automatically. That is some funny shit. Oh
Why?
My god!
What did I do to you, Yarn? What did I do to you? I don't even know where the beginning is. So
I snorted.
I'm gonna have to unwind this just to get.
Amazon keeps trying to get me to buy things.
Deadass. I don't even know. I still don't even know where the end is. I think I grabbed from the wrong end.
I'm so excited. So one of our biggest fans, her name is Bree. She is my cousin-ish, in-law, not ish. But she's Uncle Mark's daughter.
Right.
She got married on May 10th. It was such a beautiful wedding. And congratulations to you and Devin. I love you so much. But her sister, Kennedy, is also getting married in August. I'll give you 3 guesses. Your first 2 is wrong. On the state we are going to in August for her wedding.
Hawaii.
No.
Everybody goes to fucking Hawaii.
Colorado. I'm so excited. It's a 12-hour drive. She made a group about, because not enough people like RSVP'd in the email or however she sent them. So she made like a Facebook page on, hey, are you coming? Kind of thing, like the details and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a 12-hour drive. We're so excited to just get out and like have like a mini vacation.
Are you
to go
the
see?
kids?
Yeah, we're taking the kids. Everybody's going. So
I mean, at least it's a kid-friendly wedding, I guess.
yeah. I'm worried how they're gonna sit through 12 hours of the car ride.
Better
But
make sure you bring fucking chargers.
chargers and snacks. And find every single rest
Hey,
stop
man.
because we're gonna need them.
We survived. We made it all the way up to Canada. That was a 28-hour drive.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was nuts. With one driver, because it's not like Austin and I can switch back and forth between driving.
Yeah.
Only Dad was driving.
That's true. Dad was the only driver.
And
well, that year, I think it was 2017 when I went up there with him.
Mm-hmm.
That man was so fucking tired. We got lost because that was when Android Auto was still really new and it fried his phone.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, all right, Dad, why didn't you bring a fucking TomTom like you had? So we bought one and then made it through Illinois, got to Indiana, and he was like passing out. So I'm like, Dad, I work night shift. I'm up. Move. We're not resting.
Yeah.
You know, like let me drive. I'm up. So I made it through the Indiana Illinois border, clear up to like well through Ohio by the time he woke up.
Did you guys drive through?
We went through
to
the
New
States.
York?
Yeah,
and then go up?
Yeah, because the gas prices are cheaper in the U.S.
Learned that trick like 2 years into these trips. We would go up to Canada to see my grandmother.
Yeah.
And
I think we went up through
because we started out going up through Michigan and driving most of the way through Canada, and then they got smart and said gas prices are cheaper in the States, so we would drive all the way to New York, to the border, and then go up through there, and then it was less of a drive in Canada than it was.
Yeah, because once we got past the border, it was like only 4.5 more hours to get to Campbell's Bay, which wasn't too bad.
Which, you know, does your driver's license have that real ID star thing on it?
I don't think so, no.
Mine doesn't. Mine, I got one recently because I had to change my address to get my concealed carry permit. And mine, in the corner, it says not for real ID purposes because it doesn't have the star. You want to know why? Because I need to jump through hoops to get my birth certificate because I wasn't fucking born here. So I have to submit a $50 application to some embassy somewhere
I think it's in Chicago.
Apply for to get my birth of abroad certificate before they can give me a real ID. Like, mother bitches, I am a U.S. citizen. I just didn't happen to be fucking born here.
Technically, I think you have dual citizenship.
Yeah, I don't know how that works now that I've turned 18. Do I just have straight up U.S. or am I still dual?
I think you're still dual.
Either way, I'm not registered to vote, though. I think as soon as I register to vote, I lose German.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where the kicker is.
So, we'll see. How's your yarn vomit coming?
It's yarn vomiting.
It's yarn vomiting.
I don't know where the end is, so I'm kind of just slowly unwinding to see if I can find the end without making a huge knot.
Yeah. But, like, Austin got his driver's license renewed because he also went in for his concealed carry permit. You have to have, like, a updated address on file for,
that's
like,
why I had to do mine.
The DEA or whoever.
My picture is horrendous.
Who is it that checks the app? When you send in those applications, who gets the application? The FBI?
Either way, I have a security clearance, so it's not like my background check didn't take very long.
I mean, my background check only took 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
4 seconds. Austin was so pissed. because he
What
had to
happens
wait
when
like
you're not a fucking troublemaker.
he had to wait like half an hour. Well, sometimes they're like, well, sometimes it takes a half an hour. Sometimes it can take less than that. And then mine, like, as soon as the screen loaded, it was back. And they looked at me, and I looked at them, and Austin looked at me, and I looked at him. I went, I passed. But it's like, jump through hoops. Also,
I don't remember where I took it. I know, because I went to Indianola. I went to, I think it was the police department is where I took my application.
for your concealed carry thing, you had to like take it in. I did all my stuff electronically.
Oh, yeah, I did a paper copy. I don't trust that online shit.
Yeah. I need a new purse. My purse is too bulky to carry my concealed.
Mine's small
Firearm.
enough. It fits in my cute little purse. The only problem is that it gets heavy after a while, and then my shoulder just fucking
Aches. Yep. Oh man.
I had to leave it in the car the other day because my daughter had a doctor's appointment, and I'm like, I can't bring this into the hospital.
Can't bring this in there.
Yeah, they've got security officers fucking everywhere, and I'm like, well,
that's why it's like, if it's places like if I go to work, I don't take my purse because it's in the handbook that even if you have a permit and you're allowed to carry concealed, if you're an employee on the clock, you're not allowed to bring it in.
That's most places. I leave mine out in the car.
So I don't trust that. Pleasant Hill is not a violent city where people are like breaking into shit.
My justification is that I'm a single mom and I go home. I'm a lady. I go home at 1 a.m. I live on the east side, like right by the Capitol building. Like, it's in my backyard. Like, that's how close I am. We had a crackhead steal our fucking propane tank, so needless to say, we're building a fence.
Not the grill. Bitches just want the propane.
Yeah. Why?
Bitches.
Why?
Bitches.
And so like that's why I'm like, I bring my gun. And I'm like, I leave it in my car. You know, and
you know one thing we haven't done in a while?
They joke about the weapons, and I'm like, listen, I can use a fucking spoon or a ballpoint pen. Best believe I'm gonna get my fucking point across. Like,
we're gonna get some shit done.
A gun is gonna be the least of your fucking worries.
I don't see what the hype is about anti-gun. It's because it's like people have access to guns, then they can just go around killing people. I'm sorry, but
you haven't seen enough action movies.
If we're being attacked by somebody who probably shouldn't have a gun in the first place, but ended up getting it anyway, just like you can get heroin on the streets and crack and all those other drugs on the streets, you can buy guns illegally. So don't take it away from the people that are able to obtain them legally
and want to protect themselves, that have a family, you know,
and know what they're doing and keeping it safe.
That's also a problem. Like, it comes down to, like, it's a mental health crisis. That's usually what it is, because it's usually somebody that's been on the shit end of the stick their entire lives and have a mental break, and unfortunately
take it out on everybody else around them,
and they choose a weaker, generalized people. Like, I don't want to just say it's only school shootings, but they take it out on people that are unsuspecting of that shit happening and probably can't defend themselves.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I shouldn't have to be buying my children bulletproof backpacks.
Yeah, or the not light up shoes.
And this whole subject just stresses me out. Because it's not, because if we're in a grocery store, okay, you and I are legally carrying our firearms.
Yep.
There is somebody who walks into that said big old grocery store and starts shooting random people. The people who legally own firearms are going to pull their firearm and take out the target that is harming the people around them. If you were to take the firearms away from the people who can legally have their firearms, you're going to have a higher body count with the person who probably isn't allowed to own that AR-15 that they're using, shooting up a store. You're going to, instead of having maybe 3 to 5 casualties, you're going to have 20, 30, 40 casualties.
Yeah, unless you got some
because you're taking away the guns from people who need
fight, you know?
Right.
If I'm in a store and somebody starts opening fire, like, obviously I'm going to throw my children at somebody that can fucking get out.
Right.
And
we're going to fight.
I'm going to go beat some ass because no thanks. You know, it's either that or I'm grabbing the nearest child and I'm fucking running.
Yep.
You know, because I'm not doing that.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Just don't take away people's gun rights that
Who
they're
see
allowed.
the purpose behind the right.
They're not carrying it just to start a fight randomly on a Thursday.
No. But it also sucks in a situation that we're in where people feel like they have to carry it just in case something happens like that.
Well, fuck. Okay, we live in the Des Moines Metro. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing posts all over, like, the mom group that we're in for, like, Des Moines Moms Club or whatever, of people, like, getting stalked out of Walmart in Altoona.
Yeah.
Like, following them, hey, pretty lady. Like, why do I have to feel that uncomfortable just because I'm a female?
Yeah.
I don't go to Walmart without my boyfriend.
Shit, I go, but I also have a very mean-looking face. So people don't really fuck with me at Walmart.
We're gonna see how well this works.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's working. It might be loud, but it's working.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to be reminded too, like my mean face, like I read with my windows down and I will openly talk shit. And when I have Zoe with me in the car, she's like, "Oh my god, your window's down." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. My hands match my mouth. If we're gonna scrap, we're gonna scrap. Be offended. I don't give a fuck.
Be offended.
Like if you're being stupid, I'm gonna call you out. I don't care.
I don't think you're doing that right either.
No, your yarn winder just can't keep up with me. It's fine.
Well, if you want to start, I've got acrylic yarn over there you can play with if you want it.
Don't hurt my feelings.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Nope, you got to keep unwinding because you've got stuff around the bottom.
God damn it. You know, I don't think I started low enough. I think that's what the problem is. But I am not undoing this. You will figure your life out, yarn.
Oh, I recently discovered another Facebook page that's more of a nationwide moms group instead of a central to this area Facebook group.
Right.
Did I ever send you the invite to join this Facebook group?
The unhinged ones?
Unhinged moms. What are these Labubu things? Labubu?
What the fuck is a Labubu?
I don't know.
Is that what your child wants for her birthday?
No, there's just everybody's talking about these Labubu doll things. What is that? Apparently it's the latest trend and people are like making crochet. What's Labubu? Comment down below. What is Labubu?
Those look like those like weird dolls that mom used to have with like the baby face. You remember those?
Oh my god.
Ugh. I am unwinding and starting.
But yeah, if you want to find a group that's kind of like us and the rabbit aspect of things, are you I'm sorry. She gave me the death stare. I'm going to stop. If you want to find... Oh, excuse me. I was opening up a video. If you want to be involved in a really, really fun, unhinged crochet mom group, join Unhinged Moms because they're fucking hilarious. If you say something stupid, you'll get called out for something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's a no judgment zone.
My kind of people.
But if you fuck around, you're gonna find out, kind of thing. They're so much fun. I didn't know what I was getting into until I got into it. I joined on a Thursday, and they have this thing called Freaky Friday, where it's just you'll have to join to see more about this. It's so much fun and it's so uplifting, and you just got to do it. They're really great. They are so great. I made sure to ask the owner of the group for permission to talk about that on the podcast, the group on the podcast. You're still unwinding. I want to laugh so bad. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
You are not having a great crochet day today.
It's usually not this bad.
Oh my god.
Please don't make a knot.
You know one thing I'm glad I didn't do? Keep going on eBay.
Yeah.
Selling on eBay. It was stressful. Because I used to sell Pokemon on Whatnot.
Right.
That was fun while it lasted. And then,
She took a lot of my money just for me to get the cards back.
excuse me, but that's crochet. That's Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. If you don't know Supernatural, we cannot be friends. So go watch all 15 seasons.
That show's old
right
enough.
now.
If you're watching our fucking show, you better have seen Supernatural. That show's older than we are.
I am rewatching Supernatural. I'm in season 5 right now.
I'm trying to talk. I might talk him into watching it with me.
Your man.
Yeah.
Your man's. Austin didn't want to watch it with
me.
me at first, and now it was his idea to restart Supernatural.
I tried watching it with my ex, and because he passed out, and I watched one episode without him, he never wanted to watch it with me again, and we were only on season 3, so I watched it another 4 times throughout our relationship, out of spite.
Spite.
When season 15 came out, it took me like 6 months to get through it because I'm like, I was in such denial of it actually ending.
Of it ending?
Yeah.
No spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it, but if you have seen it, join our Rabid Mom Cast Facebook group page and help us talk about it because we're also trying to revive that because that group has had no traction because we kind of just went, we're busy.
Yeah. We're like, oh, hey, welcome to the group. And then we kind of just disappeared.
And it's just like one of those things where it's like, okay, bye. We love you. How long have we been recording? An hour? Am I seeing 1 hour, 7 minutes? Yeah. I don't know. I'll crop this part out. And that's probably like really loud, so I'll probably end up cropping all that out too.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the yarn minder.
She's not sorry. She's trying to get her shit together.
I really am. Me and acrylic yarn got beef. Like, there's a reason I use plush yarn. It's just easier on my hands.
What is? Plush yarn?
Yeah. I got all of those Eevees I gotta make too. I might make them in plushy yarn.
Oh, really? Those are gonna be huge.
I still have to finish my Sylveon.
You haven't finished Sylveon?
No. Well, I had my hot glue gun and then Zoe borrowed it and then I'm like, shit. It was so funny though when we were finding it because she's like, where's your hot glue gun? I can't see it anywhere. And I'm like, FaceTime me. And I told her specifically where it was.
And she found it.
And she found it. It was so funny. I'm like, it's in a blue wet bag. Like, why I put it in there, I don't know. Don't ask. And I'm like, it's in my closet over here, you know, like on the ground, under all of these things. And that's on ADHD.
That's on ADHD.
My room is not a mess. It's strategically organized. Don't judge.
This wall is so bare. What are we gonna put here?
Well,
and this one.
When I finish my Eevees, we'll just get some. Why does your yarn winder hate me?
I think you're good. I think you just need to keep going.
I'm doing my best. I got a whole fucking roll here. I don't think it's gonna work out. I'm doing my best.
You fucked up somewhere.
I think it's just how I'm holding it.
I think you're wrapping the bottom.
Hush, child.
Child, I'm older than you.
By 2 years.
Still older. Shorter, but older.
Yeah.
I think you should give up.
I think you should mind your business.
This is just fun to watch at this point because the whole internet can see you struggling with this yarn winder right now.
It'll be a what not to do, and if anybody that's watching this knows how to use a yarn winder that wants to tell me what I'm doing wrong, I would greatly appreciate it. Because what the fuck?
I also like that we're using these little baby microphones instead of
giant microphones.
the big. I like the big microphones. I loved my big microphone when we were doing the audio only, but I like this. It gives me more mobility instead of having a microphone in my face,
boom, like right in front of you.
Yeah.
Because where would we have even put those? You know, and all the cables and stuff like that. We just
like we already have cables everywhere for our lighting and the camera and all that jazz. My computer's looking at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I changed the color. There's a button on top of the computer that changes the fan color.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because you.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You got the bougie model.
You might have to cake it in 2 or 3 because you got the huge roll.
You leave me in my jumbo alone.
I'm just trying to be reasonable here. You might have to cake it into 2 or 3.
But I don't have the patience.
I don't have the patience. You might be able to do a huge cake, but you're struggling with a baby cake, so we'll see.
Just gonna need you to mind your business.
So, I don't know. I lost it. I got Cheez-Its staring at me over there, and I'm like, I want to eat you, but those are so loud to eat.
Yeah, especially when you've got the cute little microphone, like right there under your chin.
Mm-hmm. Also, what's your favorite flavor of Red Bull? Not sponsored, by the way. It would be really cool to be sponsored by Red Bull or Dunkin'.
There was that winter one that they had that was like the iced vanilla or something or other and berries. Bro, that tasted like liquefied fucking pixie sticks, and I'm so mad I can't find it anywhere.
I loved that flavor. It was iced vanilla berry.
Yeah,
is what it was, and the vanilla part of the title threw me off. I was like,
yeah, I'm like, that sounds fucking awful, and then
disgusting.
I drank it, and I'm like,
you see pixie sticks? I saw like liquid blue slushy.
Yeah, it tasted like pixie sticks if you just like put them in your mouth and like threw Sprite right after.
Oh my god, yes.
Like,
oh my god. So yeah, what's your favorite Red Bull?
One tastes. Ugh, I didn't like it.
Is that the light purple can?
That's that pink one. The
pink one everybody's hyping up over right now.
Yeah.
I am obsessed and will forever be obsessed with the strawberry apricot.
That's a good fucking flavor. That and the blue
just the regular blueberry one.
Blue raspberry or whatever it is.
I drank that one a lot when I was pregnant with Briley. Before I realized I was pregnant.
Yeah, I drank a lot of caffeine.
I was just downing these Red Bulls, the blueberry ones. I was just ripping them. I couldn't get enough of them. And then I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, oh fuck.
That makes sense.
Yup. Because I don't like regular Red Bull. Regular Red Bull to me tastes like a Vegas bomb. It's Crown Apple and Red Bull is a Vegas bomb. And all I taste now is throwing up. Because it's ugh. And that's all Austin drinks is the regular flavor. And I'm like, I can't be around you.
See,
I can't, no, go away.
I've had C4. I've had so much C4 in the last like 6 months that like if I go back to drinking Red Bull, I instantly have a fucking migraine.
Really?
Yeah.
Does C4 have more caffeine in it than Red Bull does?
It's a bigger can. It's got 200 milligrams of caffeine. But that one, reading the label, it has the NSF stamp on it, which for some of you that don't know, that's a regulated like product. That's a tested, that's for sport performance, and they meant that shit, you know? And
C4.
yeah, so it's like I don't get the jitters, I don't get a headache, I don't get the like heart palpitations. Now, if you drink 2 of them in 6 hours, you will have damn near a heart attack. Don't do it. Don't do that. Speaking from experience, don't do that.
So is it a good alternative to Red Bull then?
Um,
Being regulated like that?
for me, it was. It's still not good for you. I mean, it's caffeine, you know,
Mhm.
but it's like I like it, and it doesn't make me feel like shit. I don't drink Monster anymore because when I was in AIT, I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but that's basically where you go when you learn your job, when you join the military. I took 800 milligrams of a pain medication with Monster on an empty stomach after going for a run. And
hated your entire existence after that?
I was yellow. Like, I was fighting for my fucking life in class because if you missed so many hours of class, you had to restart from day one, and I was already halfway through. I'm like, I'm not restarting. I'm going home.
no.
Like, so I'm sitting there yellow in the face, trying not to vomit everywhere, just powering through. And my classmates are all looking at me like, we're gonna tell somebody. And I'm like, you better fucking not. I'm going home. I don't want to be on fucking suicide watch. The fuck? Because I had way more than the recommended dosage of pain medication that day, too. Wait,
Did you just have like a headache or something?
I had hip pain that I was trying to mask, and now 10 years later, I realized was wrong.
Oh, to mask
So
that?
if you hurt yourself and you're in the military, please say something. You know, obviously, because that paper trail will help you later in life. Yeah,
Did you hurt yourself in the military? Like, was it a military related incident?
Yeah,
and you had to like fight to prove it.
I hurt myself during the final the ruck march because I was just straining to keep up. That I hurt my hip, but because it was already so late that we had less than a week before graduation, I'm like, I don't want to get stuck here. Because if you injure yourself at basic training, they will keep you until the doctors clear you to move, you know, either to go home. Like, we had one guy break his arm, so he had to go home, heal, and then
start over again.
Yeah, but if you're a good soldier, like, you stay out of trouble, you pass, say, the first or second APFT, because you have to do 3 of them when you get there, then they will put you somewhere that was, like, if we were on week 3, they'll put you with another company that was a week 3.
Okay, so it's not like you have to start
completely
all over again.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you do?
I had to restart because I failed, and I had to go back and finish high school, and then I opted to just go back from day one.
You were still in high school when you went to basic training the first time?
Yeah, I did. I went after my junior year, and we got done. We were already a week into school. School had already been started, but mom was like, hey, she's still in basic training, like, she'll be here in a week or 2, you know. And they knew that. It just sucked because normally if you're a PT failure and you say, like, for me, for instance, like, I struggled with push-ups, but the day I passed my push-ups finally, I failed my run by a few seconds, not minutes, seconds.
Oh no.
Normally there's like it's like a detention almost, where they send those soldiers and you basically PT until you pass, and then they'll let you graduate and like leave. But because I was a high school student,
you couldn't stay
that
anymore.
School had already started. They're like, we have to send you back, and you're just gonna be a refred, and you're just gonna start over. And I'm like,
did you like the fact that you had to start over just for the physical part of it? Like, did you think that was a good move for you to...
I think for me, just because of like everything that had happened in that year that I had gone through, like, it was better for me because I was able to kind of like recondition myself in a sense.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I guess I don't really know how to explain it. My birth control essentially fucked up, and in order to counteract it without having to remove it, because it was the arm implant,
Yeah.
they put me on a low dose of estrogen to kind of like offset, because it was a progesterone based birth control.
I hated the implant. It fucked
So it was
my
like
periods.
I went from like 115 pounds to 180 pounds
Okay.
in 3 months
Because of
because
the
of
added estrogen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why didn't they just opt to take the arm implant out instead of fucking your body like that?
United States
now
healthcare, my friends. I don't know what else to tell you.
Because now you have to fight for your life just to lose that weight. Because you've been fighting to lose that weight for a long time now.
A really long fucking time. And then obviously being in an abusive relationship doesn't help, because I didn't have an outlet. I was taking it out on food, so that didn't help. Pain medications, that also didn't help. So it's like I went from 180 to 220 pounds, and then I had 2 kids. So it's like it's been an ongoing fucking fight. I'm under 220 now.
I said you look great, as far as losing and shedding a little bit at a time that you have been, because it's your goal for yourself and you're doing the damn thing.
Yeah. As long as I get back under 200, like I think that's just where it's just gonna be for me. Like obviously I'm built to be thick, so like even if I like tone up, I'm still gonna be a bigger girl, but at least it'll be muscle and not like jiggling everywhere. Now if you're a big girl, you're a big girl. Like I don't give a fuck. If you're happy in your skin, you're happy in your skin. I'm not gonna judge you, but I'm not happy in my skin, and I have the power to change that. So, and that's kind of the goal.
You're goddamn right, baby. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You were gonna have to cake that twice.
That's because it was hitting this thing.
It's too damn big. It's a whole bakery.
Never had to say that before in my life.
It's too damn big.
You know what? I have had to say that. Because if you can hit my cervix, it's too damn big. I don't want it.
I don't fucking want it.
I love that I could just change the subject that fucking fast. No, but the new guy that I'm talking to, he hates on himself sometimes, and I'm like, you better fucking stop hating on yourself. I'll beat your ass.
Okay, real question. I've got the first dot here.
Yeah.
It wants little dots. I got a little smaller dot. Do I put the dot here, close to the butt cheek, like underneath it this way? Or do I go to the middle of the stomach underneath it? Or do I hit it back like that?
I kind of like it on the ass.
Like it on the ass. Oh no. I always like doom pile, like my stitch marker will go here, or if I'm like doing something and my hook will go here, and then I lose it and I have to like fluff up my shirt.
I don't have that problem, unfortunately. I usually put it on my titty, and then I lean forward, and then all my stitch markers just go flying.
Like, why don't I have any stitch markers? Sits up. Oh, there they are.
Dead ass. I wore a tank top to the movies the other day. We went and saw the new Lilo and Stitch movie. So like every now and again, a piece of popcorn will just go flying into my shirt just because he was trying to be funny. And I'm like, that's rude as hell. I just take it out and eat it. I'm like,
yeah,
fucking turd.
I'm happy for you. I hope this turns into a real thing and not just a fling.
Yeah, but we're both going through some shit. Obviously, his shit's a little bit worse than mine, but he's kind of getting his life back together. So it's like I can understand. I'm a little further ahead in the healing process than he is.
Right.
I'm just trying to be kind of like a light for him. If that makes sense.
But you're being careful not to backtrack your own healing process, right?
Okay. Yeah. It's just, I don't want to say, it's like emotional whiplash for me because, I went from being with somebody that couldn't care less about my existence to being, to talking to somebody that was like, all I said was I needed a hug, and this man fucking made time in his busy schedule that day to show up and just spend half an hour with me.
Just for that hug.
Just for a hug. I mean, he got more than a hug. But but he showed up. Like somebody that pays attention. Like I mentioned that I'm like, well, shit, it's like third week in the row. My children want mac and cheese and hot dogs for lunch. So when he came over, he's like, hey, you got some mac and cheese in the fridge, like leftovers we can eat, like picking at me. And I'm like, that's so funny. Like he actually pays attention when I'm talking.
Aw.
Yeah.
That makes my heart happy for you.
Yeah.
You deserve to be happy.
It's
all
just-
you queens out there
it's-
deserve to be
it's
fucking
just
happy.
Weird for me because like I'm used to being like if we go out to dinner, like I'm used to being the masculine presence or like the dominant presence. Like I'm the one that's talking to the wait staff or responding if they come over asking if we need anything or picking up the check or wiring you half, like my half of the meal kind of a situation versus with him on Saturday where he picked up the check with no problem. He talked to the waitress, no problem, and then I bought the movie tickets because he said the movie was on me and dinner was on him. But then we get to the theater, get the popcorn, get the drinks, and he fucking had his card out before the guy even said the total. And I'm like, hey now, like
this is mine.
This was supposed to be my turn. And he's like, and walked away. And I'm like, you're a turd.
You're a turd. I like you, but you're a turd.
Yeah. Like whatever.
Are we exclusive yet, or are we just still in the...
Still kind of in the friend stage. Like, we agree that it's
Girl,
probably
you are not
better.
friends with this man. Don't play.
But, yeah. We're also trying to be discreet at work because...
Oh, yeah,
we do work together, yeah. Yeah, so... If you're any of my coworkers... No, we're not. We don't know each other.
I don't think the type of people that you work with are all grown-ass men. So
they're all my work dads. Like
I don't think any of them are going to be listening to this mom-related podcast.
Dead ass.
Well, now we can show off that we're actually doing stuff while we're potting.
Yeah. It's okay. No, but yeah, we're trying to be discreet at work because he wants to move back to second shift, but obviously we're worried that like okay, if higher up find out, they're not going to let him move. Or they're not going to give him the other operator position, that kind of situation. So we're like
ooh.
Time and place, kind of situation, which is respectable. We don't want to be all over each other.
Absolutely.
Although our coworkers already make fun of us and they called us lovebirds the whole time when we were training.
What?
Yeah. One of
so
the guys,
they knew.
They'd spoken into existence. They knew it was going to happen.
And then, it happened. Look, I got dots on my dinosaur.
Deadass, I was going to be a little disappointed if I'd been working on this the whole time and you made a dinosaur. But I forgot that one was already pre-made.
I got 1 foot almost done on the new dinosaur.
Yeah.
I gave up. I didn't want to give up. But I keep looking at the one that I've already started and haven't finished yet.
I fixed my yarn cakes, you guys.
What have you made today?
A yarn cake.
A yarn cake!
Took me 2 hours.
We're trying to buy a house. So I get all these notifications on Zillow now.
I still get Zillow notifications.
You bought a house, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else I forgot we have? Munchkins. That's good.
I'm upset. This is why I only sell at markets because clearly I cannot finish a project or order in a day because I would just cry. But I successfully yarn caked acrylic yarn, which I have yet to be able to do. So
it's a win, folks.
You guys should
fucking win.
The yarn vomit I have at home from my attempts of doing this.
Seriously?
Some of which ended up having to get thrown away because it was so bad.
You still have yarn vomit. You have yet to unvomit. My
Yes.
tummy just went. Yes.
Yes, or it's in a ball instead of a cake, which is like a pain in the ass to put on the shelf because then it just rolls off, and then I get angry.
Okay, next serious question. Since everything's kind of facing this way, do I face the head this way, or do I put the head forward? Or do I make him a cute little side eye?
I would do like a half a tilt.
I don't know. Then it just looks like I put it on wrong.
Crooked?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's got to have a purpose.
do that. That's fine.
Do that.
Yeah.
I have knitting needles somewhere in this junk of an office specifically to
Yep.
sew on body parts.
But you also have a 3-year-old that gets into your shit.
I know. And I'm still trying to look for them. I can't find them anywhere. They're blue. Like, they stick out like a sore thumb. They're fucking long-ass knitting needles. Because people, when they put crochet plushies together and you have to sew parts, you stick the knitting needle through the part you're trying to sew, and it keeps it in place like this, and then you can sew on it. I dropped it, the head. Sorry, Bronto. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my own editing for these videos. I don't know, probably lighten it up a little bit because I look pasty as shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I'm wearing a white shirt on a super white background.
I spend time outside, so I get sunburned. Hence the farmer's tan. So.
But yeah, I think this was so much fun. I'm glad you guys can see our facial expressions now. Kind of far apart. But I want to get like more cameras, like a camera over here on me, and then a camera over here on you, and then we can switch angles when like something funny happens. But that's down the road. Okay, we're broke.
We're trying.
We're doing the damn thing. Okay, we're doing what we can with what we got, and we're trying to bring Rabid to life, because as much as I loved doing audio only, where we could just sit in our jammies like this, FaceTiming each other while we're recording, and
it just didn't feel relatable,
personable. It had no personality.
Yeah,
because we could laugh all we wanted in the audio.
Right. When do you know what we're laughing at? We don't know. You wouldn't have known I was struggling with my yarn cake.
You wouldn't have known that. Okay, you wouldn't know when I say something super stupid, and you look at me like I'm so dumb because you have the best really bitch face on the planet. So it's like, I don't know, in this way, like, we can at some point we can like remove this table and have another chair sitting here and like have another mom with us, or you know, spread out a little bit, have, I don't know, play with the camera, and I don't know, all we have over there is a shelf full of stuffed animals we've already made. So, oh, you're gonna bring your cow.
My cow. One of the first ever crochet projects I've ever made.
It's so fucking cute. You have a bigger one up there that you said you would never sell, that I just kind of like got hidden.
I liked the color scheme so fucking well that I'm like, I can't get rid of this.
I can't get rid of this.
But it's just so damn cute. Don't ask me who the creator was. I don't remember.
But when we find out, we will link it.
Yeah.
Since we've shown the finished project on the pod. I have the pattern still, so we will link the creator.
I do have the pattern somewhere.
I'm also going to link the pattern to the Brontosaurus, because if you do like to crochet, Crochet Grove on Etsy has really, really good dinosaur patterns. She's currently testing and going to release a T-Rex pattern. I saw a Facebook reel about that, and I am so excited. I want to make all the dinosaurs. My favorite is a Triceratops, and I have yet to make a Triceratops. My favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops. So I
like the Stegosaurus.
The Stegosaurus?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. So I don't know. We're going to do the damn thing, okay? We're going to get there. But we will link. I will link the Unhinged Moms Facebook group. Join them. They're a fun private group. If you're in the Des Moines Metro, the Moms Club DSM group that I'm in, they're very helpful. If you ever have questions like where to take your kids on the weekend, like so many different people have so many different like fun ideas to do with your children.
Yeah.
So it's like join both of them. But be careful what you wish for with Unhinged, because you don't know the definition of unhinged until you join Unhinged Moms. So, and then join our Facebook group, Rabid Momcast, where we can discuss fun topics. We're going to talk about Supernatural. So if you've never seen it, like, sorry about it, but
sorry, not sorry.
like she said, it's been out long enough. You should have. And the reels for that are like circulating everywhere. So you've seen clips. Yeah. You've seen all the fun stuff. All the memes.
You can make so many memes. Supernatural just shows up everywhere. Like, I'm going to open my phone later and it's going to be just Supernatural fucking everywhere.
I don't know. We're going to take this far. I'm glad we're back.
Yes, we're back.
We're back.
We're going to try to be more consistent. And then maybe next time I will figure out this treble crochet, and then I can make the pattern I wanted to make.
You spent so much time just hating your yarn.
I'm low-key salty, like, because I really wanted to use this yarn.
I mean, you can use it.
I know, but now there's gonna be knots, and my OCD is gonna fucking just be like,
wait, why would there be knots?
Well, I'd have to tie it together. There's a way to blend without tying. Oh, I know. Mine is still a pain in the ass.
Especially if you're making granny squares. That might suck.
Yeah, and it's a flower shaped, so it's like there's gonna be no real way to like pull to like tighten it so you can hide it.
Yeah, we're working out the kinks.
I'm trying.
We'll get there. And we will probably never dress up. We're living our Adam Sandler era right now. So, if you see us dressed up, something is wrong and call for help.
Yes.
I don't know. This was a lot of fun. I like that we added video. I can't get enough of the fact that we are actually doing it this way.
Yeah.
And I'm confident in myself. You're confident in yourself. We're not the cutest people on YouTube.
I'm a solid 6. Like, I've come to terms with that. That's okay with me. Like, I don't care.
You're a fucking queen.
I know.
Okay. You should know.
Not all queens are beautiful. So I'm just gonna let you know that. There's some that are just like, ooh. Wow.
I don't know. Tell me what to do with this. What to put here.
Yeah, you need a backdrop or something.
I need something. We got our curtain because lighting is a big issue.
Yeah. A blanket, but you know.
They didn't need to know that it was a blanket. It's a fucking blanket. Leave me alone, okay? I like light.
Solid fucking sheet. They're gonna know.
I like lighting, so I don't usually have anything over this. It's just
I'm
open
a natural
blind.
light. I'm a natural light.
But we can't have natural light with the camera coming this way because then leave me alone, okay? Fuck off. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, we're slap happy. We both have to work today.
Yeah.
It's noon.
I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep.
I almost said Monday. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
When should this episode come out? I don't know. I'm off. Maybe I can start editing it tonight. But I work early tomorrow. I got early days at the pharmacy tomorrow and Thursday. Gracie just randomly decided to scream and then laugh afterwards, so I know she's not hurt. So my children are very self-sufficient. Both of them, not just my oldest doing for my youngest. Both of them. My youngest can go to the bathroom and do what she needs to do and get a drink because all she needs to do is grab a juice box. She needs help sticking the juice box, but she can go get her own fucking juice box.
I can't say the same for mine.
You give Olivia access to a food pantry and a fridge, you're not going to have any food left. Love her to death. She's a fucking foodie.
She's a foodie, but she's only like this big.
She's so small.
She still fits in like 18 to 24 month fucking pants, but she's like 5 feet tall. Like, I don't understand. She's not literally 5 feet tall. She's only like.
I said we're 5 foot tall.
But she's tall for a 4-year-old. People ask me how old she is, and I'm like, she's only 3. And they're like, Jesus Christ, future WNBA player. Fuck.
That would be so cool.
Well, I've got to go. I have to put her in like 5T or like the extra small because she's so fucking tall.
Answer that.
Yes.
You're live.
Damn, girl, these birds out here just killing their babies.
Oh, did you find another one? Where? No, she's traumatized because there's so many baby birds. We've got like 3 nests around our house. These birds are falling out of the nest. Like, there's no way. They're not ready to fly. Okay. But they're ending up in our yard, in our pool, and our sidewalk.
Oh no.
Yeah. There was one day where like, yeah, let's go put the kids in the pool, and then I'm like, get the fuck out, and I like yeeted my child because there was unfortunately a baby that did not survive its first flight, and it ended up in our pool, so we had to like drain. We Dawn dish soaped that bitch. You know, it was pretty bad. But she found another one just now.
And she's like, is that an omen? Well, I better look that shit up.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, piece of our life that we randomly go through
sometimes.
But
Freaking out, mid-freak out of something.
all right, besties,
We gotta log off.
we're out of here.
All right.
That's how we say bye to each other in FaceTimes.
Why the peace sign salute? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Who started
But-
that, but
I think you did because you're like this one day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, and then we just evolved.
Yeah.
Just smacked myself in the eye.
Yeah, you hit yourself pretty hard. I heard it.
Okay, besties, we are out of here. We love you.
We love you.
We'll see you next week. Bye.